Shall we ask him what he's doing today? Come on then. What are you doing?
Doing a lightweight camp, aren't we?
Lightweight? What the hell have you got with you?
Well, Joris Bonson's been banging on about tier 3 in Lancashire. So I brought stretchers, I brought a bag full of masks, I brought all sorts just to make sure we're safe. Gotta be safe. Just gonna go and set up over here. This thing weighs a ton.
You get worse, you.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Wilderness Adventures UK. Right, today's video, something I haven't done for a while. I've only done a few times this year. We're in a woodland. As it goes, it's the woodland I did my Finding Fatwood video a few weeks ago. Here with Leon, you can see just behind me. And believe it or not, we're here to do a bit of a lightweight camp out. And as you can see by Leon, he's brought everything. Oh, almost went over. Brought everything but the kitchen sink. But yeah, we're here for the night. So I'll bring you back sporadically through the video to see what's going on. Right everybody, we found a suitable place for our camp for tonight. It's going to be next to that stream down there, and just on this flat spot of grass, sorry, just looking at the screen there just to show I'm getting everything in, but on this flat bit of grass just here. We've got a fair old bit, just moving out. Somebody's had a fire here before, so obviously somebody's bedded down here before. Leon's camera bag, Leon's just run up on the track just to pick up his other bag because it was a bit steep getting down here and he didn't want to risk a fall so early into our camp. But somebody's had a fire here before, so we might utilise that later if we can find suitable dry wood. But yeah, there's suitable flat spots, water supply, and yeah, this is where we're going to bed down for the night. Now, I did put a poll on my Instagram and my Facebook page the other day. I'll leave links to both of them in the description below if you haven't followed me and would like to. They're just down there. But I did put a poll on there, what sleep system to use. The choices were Dutch Army tent, hammock system, or the crisp packet as I call it, or the Hooped Bivvy. It was kind of unanimous a little bit. A few people did want to see a hammock from start to finish. I haven't brought the hammock because it didn't win. The Hooped Bivvy actually won. So we're going to be bedding down in the Hooped Bivvy tonight. I will do a bag loadout in a little while and show you exactly what I've brought, and I'll explain quickly and briefly why I've brought it. But until then, I'm going to wait for Leon to get back. Yeah, and just chill for a few minutes. Right everybody, as mentioned a few seconds ago, I'm going to give you a quick loadout of what I brought with me today. Backpack is just behind me, on the tarp just there. Tarp was kindly left by somebody who's obviously used this site before. We didn't bring this tarp that I'm sat on in with us. It was over on a tree just over there, so we've claimed it as our own. Call it bushcraft tax. I'll start with what's on my person. So obviously I've got my jacket on. In my jacket pocket I've got my little action cam, which is the Osmo Action, just there. I'm also filming on my Canon EOS D50, which is a digital mirrorless camera. One of their cheaper ones, to be fair. So that's 2 bits of kit already. This pocket, nothing much. I've got my camera lens for my big camera. And I've got a pair of gloves. Tissue for wiping your nose and whatnot. And that's basically what I've got in my jacket pockets. There's nothing else on my person in my jacket, so to speak. Off comes the jacket. For anyone interested, it's one of Ridgeline's jackets. I've got quite a lot of Ridgeline gear, and it's superb for keeping you warm and whatnot. Again, I'll mention again, if you want to see specific details or want to ask my opinion on these items, whatever they may be, just hit me up in the comments below. I'm not going to do an in-depth review or detailed. I'll just tell you basically what it is, and then you know what it is. Got a bit of EDC on me today. I've obviously got my phone on me. In this pocket I've got my wallet, bank cards and stuff. I've got an EDC knife, which is a QSP I bought it from Henny Haynes about a week ago. It was on special offer. Very nice. It is a lock knife, but I'm in the woods. I'm going to be using it for food prep and stuff. I wouldn't normally have that in my pocket. I'd have a UK legal, non-locking, under 3 inches. I have got another knife on me. You can never have, actually I've got another few knives on me. I've got a Benchmade mini grip, which again you can open. It is a lock-in, just under 3 inches that one, but it is lock-in. So yeah, can't really carry that, but again, I'm in the woods, never know what you're going to need. In this pocket I have yet another knife. It's just a neck knife this time. This one's a Boca Gnome, I believe it's called. Little tiny thing there. I don't know, I'll find a use for that, maybe scraping fire steel or something, but I'll find a use for that later. It comes with a little belt loop and stuff on it. I never have too many knives in my book. This pocket down here, I've got my Phoenix lights PD36R. Very, very nice light, sent to me by Phoenix. Very ridiculously bright. That's on the low setting, the moonlight setting. I'll show you that at night time if you want to see it. This pocket is something I'm going to be doing a bit of a review on. Sent to me by friends over at Veroosterlaker. There is going to be a separate video, if I can get it out of my pocket. It's just getting caught at the moment. Let's get it out like that. Let's get it out in 2 halves. Hold on, bear with me. Technical difficulties here. The sheath is getting caught in my pocket. Obviously I had it in that pocket for carrying over. I didn't want it showing on my belt, but I will be putting this on my belt. But this is the Tarava Scrama 80. But there will be a separate video on that. I'm going to do a few camp chores with it. I'm going to be showing that in a little bit more detail in a separate video. But I'm really impressed with that. Absolutely love the thing. Right, I'll move camera angle and I'll give you the full bag loadout right now. Right, basically it's an Osprey Ether bag, 70 litre bag. Very, very new. This is his first outing. Ordered it from somewhere in Spain because nowhere in UK had them in stock. But start off with what's on the front of the bag. I've got me rechargeable camp light. Charges off the sun, which to be honest I should get it off the front of the bag. We haven't got much sun today, but it should be charging nicely. It's got no way of charging it externally. It's just solar powered. You've got a power button and a battery level button. I'm on 2 battery bars, if you will, and you just inflate it. You blow it up, press your button, and it comes on at night time. It's got 4 light settings: low, medium, high, and I think it's got a strobe. Yeah, and then it goes to off. I'll have that up around the camp later. It's self-sustaining. You don't need to plug it in or anything, so it's a really nice bit of kit. I've also got a battery lantern, and this has got a fair few settings. It's made by a company called Lank 2. Don't know. It's got a warm white, a cool white and a red setting, and you can dim it on all 3 of the settings. It's also got power out, so very good for charging your phone if you need to. I've got the obligatory cup for making brews, and I've got a foam, I think it's an army issue actually, roll mat that's going to go underneath the bivvy, that's the word I'm looking for. In the front pocket, not got much to be fair. I'm probably not going to be able to get it out until I've unloaded the contents anyway. I brought just over a litre of water, tap water, and I brought my water to go active. There it is, just there, for filtering water from the river that you saw just a few seconds ago down to our left there. What else is attached to the outside of the bag? I've got my comms, just in case me and Leon get split up or we're collecting wood, we can report back to each other. It's just a Bofang little handheld radio, about 30 quid Amazon. These 2 little hip pockets, not got much in them. I've got batteries in one, battery for the Bofang radio that I've just shown you, and battery for the camera that you're viewing that's actually recording at the moment. So there's 2 batteries there that just live in this pocket just here. Other hip pocket, I have got cable for charging my phone and my little action camera, and I've got the remote control for the little lantern. These 2 go hand in hand together, and that's how you turn it up, down, switch to the modes: power on, power off, mode. But yeah, it's quite a nice little thing that, and I think it was only about 18 quid. I'll keep that out. Wire can go back in to keep it safe. Right, if I go into the back section, I'm not sure this is a storage pocket, but I've put something in it anyway. I just need to be able to get it out, so bear with me just 1 second. There we go. Right, in the back section of the bag, I've got the full, well, I call it the full length, my large Tarava Scrama, the Tarava Scrama 200. Now I'll leave a link just above, and I'll leave a link in the description below of the video review I did of this. But that's my big chopper. Let's move on. There's nothing else in those side pockets. Let's go to the lid section. The very top lid, I've got nothing in there, but that's where the rain hood comes in the bag. But I've not put anything except the rain hood in there. Top section of the bag, I've got fire kit and the HR2 Nova BioLite headlight. That's in the top section, there's nothing else in there. Pop the lid. On the inside of the lid, quick access, I've got my 2 sporks, plastic one and a titanium one, and I've got my little first aid kit, which is coming open for some reason. Just bare essentials in that first aid kit. I've not really added or taken anything away from it. Right, let's move to the main compartment of the bag. Again, I'm rushing through this because I don't want the video to last 3 days. I have got a base layer just there in a dry sack. It's just thermal leggings and thermal long sleeve shirts to sleep in, and I've got some really thick woolly socks again to sleep in, or if these socks for whatever reason get wet. I've got some trail mix. This is just a 1 night stay, we're only staying here 1 night, so I brought whatever I thought I would personally need for 1 night. I have got pork sausage and beans, so basically beans and sausage out of an army ration pack, that's for breakfast tomorrow. Bean and pasta salad out of a ration pack again. I've got steak, vegetables and potato out of another ration pack that I'm actually going to do a review comparing it to a store-bought steak and vegetables. So that's going to be in a separate video. And just in case, I've got some tuna chili pasta as well, so I brought more than enough food just to take me through the night. Keep me going. I brought a canister of gas because, to be very honest with you, we have no intentions of lighting a fire unless we get too cold. So we're on the fake jet boil. So in there is the fake jet boil kit, some tea bags and some coffee. Ooh, what's in this one? Toiletries. I've got some wet wipes, some tissues and some bin bags in there, all for going to the toilet. That's what's in the blue one. I've got some cordage there on a big line. I believe that's bank line, to be fair. And I've got some of this fake paracord stuff that you can buy from Lidl and Aldi from time to time. I've got 2 lengths of that. I've got my basher or my tarp, British Army issue. I've got a kneelie pad that I should be kneeling on, that I've creased. But yeah, it was at the bottom of the bag. Always pack the stuff you're going to need at the top of your bag. Lesson learnt. I've got the Hooped Bivvy. Obviously Dutch Hooped Bivvy, if anybody's looking for one, they're like hen's teeth to get hold of. I have got a shamag that smells beautiful. Drying, a number of uses for that. Drying, filtering, sleeping on, making into a pillow. Now we're talking about pillows. I have actually brought a Tesco comfortable pillow, which is a foam filled one. And I've also brought my inflatable one. I don't really get on with inflatable ones, to be fair, but I brought 2. I brought my sleeping bag liner, which is made by Thermalite. Now when I bought this, the guy at the shop that I bought it from said it'll add around 10 degrees to my sleeping bag. Now I've only got a 3-season sleeping bag, which will do me down to about 0 degrees, so putting this in will give me that extra bit of warmth. Now this is where it gets a bit more technical, because I've obviously brought my army issue bedroll or sleeping pad or whatever you want to call it, that's going to go underneath on the outside of the bivvy. But I've brought my Thermarest ProLite Apex as well. That's a self-inflating foam filled one, so it's quite substantial. It is quite big, but that has got a really good R rating, so it'll keep you warm down to something ridiculous. R value of 4. So yeah, it's a really good one, to be fair. But also, I brought my air mattress as well. So my concern was I was going to get cold from the ground up, because it has been cold recently in the UK. So that was one of my main concerns, to be fair. But yeah, I brought plenty of sleeping rolls basically. Now I can get to my front pocket. It's just my Anker battery charger, charging my phone, charging my little camera, and anything else that needs USB to charge. That's the contents of the main dump pouch empty. All we've got left is my sleeping bag pouch. And if I can find the zip, here in the centre. I possibly could have squeezed a little bit more in this pocket, to be fair. It's my first outing with this bag, so I was just playing with it. But I've got my Softy Elite 3. Down to low -10 it'll take me down to, apparently, or comfort 5 degrees. So it'll do me for the UK, this 3 season, but I have got the sleeping bag liner as well, just to take me through. Thing I forgot to mention is I got some carabiners and some S-beaners and stuff on the side of my bag. I always carry them, and they're just in case you need them to string up a tarp or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that is the contents of my Aether, just there. Again, if you want to see anything specifically, I am going to be doing a few little reviews of things I'm wearing, things that I've been sent, a couple of MREs and other bits to run alongside this video. But if you want to see anything specific or want to ask my opinion on anything specific, just comment below, that's what it's for, guys. Right, it's been a good few hours, guys. I brought you back to show you the sleeping quarters for tonight. So, as we mentioned before, Army Basher just there, and the Dutch Hooped Bivvy just down on the floor there. I've got all my sleeping bag and everything in there as well. What we're going to do with this is when the light starts fading, we're going to put it up around the fire. But what I'm going to do now is there's a fallen tree here, a dead fallen tree. Should be able to see that on camera. I'm going to snap a load of these thin branches off, like that, because they should, in theory, be drier than the stuff on the floor, and we probably are going to have a little fire. Due to the fact that it has been raining, all our gear's got wet, including the camera that I'm chatting to you on, including my jacket that I wasn't wearing, so we're going to have to dry off, basically. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to start collecting some wood now, and later on I'll show you the 4 trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to strap the tarp up and just put a lean-to on it, just so we can sit under it at night time, around the fire, keep warm. We've managed to get the tarp up, so this is going to be like communal seating area. Leon's little house under there, that's where he's bedding down for the night. And obviously the Dutch Army Hooped Bivvy just over there. Sean's not staying, he's come for a brew and just a bit of a gossip, and he's brought some sandwiches and stuff, so he's not staying the night though. So he's just come to say hello. All I've been doing, because I haven't brought a saw, I haven't been able to process thicker wood than about that, basically all I can snap. So I've just put a bed on the wet ashes of really thin, spindly, pencil lead twigs, basically, just to give it somewhere dry to start off, and some slightly thicker stuff a bit lower down. And I'm just on with snapping wood for later. We're not going to light a fire until it goes dark and we get a little bit chilly. We weren't meant to be having a fire, but it's such a good spot. I don't think anybody's going to see us unless they're yeah, I mean, if you look, I don't know if that hill behind me does any justice, but we're in a little bit of a valley, and just over my shoulders there, I don't know if I mentioned before, is the moors. So it's just miles and miles of just no man's land over there, and down there is the river or the stream or whatever it is, and then you go back up the other banking of the stream over there. So unless anybody's right on the edge or actually stumbles across us, I don't think we're going to be seen with our fire down here. I think we'll be perfectly safe. But to be honest with you, it's not that cold, and I've not even got my base layer on yet. So guys, we've just got back to camp after walking Sean back to his vehicle, and as luck would have it, he'd just been out and bought a load of logs for his log burner at home, so we stole one off him. We've decided we are going to have a fire because it is getting quite cold down here now. I've lost feeling in my fingertips already. So yeah, we had to carry, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this from over there, but just over there, can you see that just there? He had some, yeah, there, Leon's going to chuck a light on it. He had some big white sacks of wood in the back of his car, and he had a 3x2. So we fashioned a bit of a Neanderthal carrying system and we've just carried it back probably a mile through the woods on Leon's shoulder and my shoulder. I am broken, I'm not even going to lie. Slipped down twice, managed not to go on my face. Trousers got a little bit wet. Yeah, can you see this here? Trouser leg, just there. So yeah, I'm going to light a fire to dry out and just to get a little bit warm. I did have a little bit of a snack before. I had a army ration pack, bean and pasta salad in a chili sauce. It was delicious, but I'm getting a bit peckish again, so I might have the beef and veg one very soon. Don't know if we're going to keep filming for much longer because we are losing light and I'm sat under the camp lights. One of the comments on one of my pictures I posted was if you're doing a stealth camp you shouldn't have so many lights. Well, yeah, in a normal world, if you were doing a proper stealth camp, of course you wouldn't have many lights. You'd have your head torch on the lowest setting and you wouldn't have these lights above you. But unfortunately, if I don't have these lights above me, you guys won't be able to see me. So we do have to have certain amount of light. Again, you wouldn't really have a fire, but we're in such a good spot, and there's been fires here before in the past. So yeah, we could argue the point, well, somebody did it before us. They're all along this stream that's running on the right hand side. There's fires all along it. I'll try and show you some on the way out tomorrow. Guys, I thought I'd quickly just bring you back. I know you can't see me, but there's our fire, just to show you how I'm lighting the fire. Because I know I'm going to get some cocky idiot in the bottom saying, I bet you just used a flamethrower to light that fire. No, even when I'm not on camera, I do use fire steel and a knife. I'm not using a lighter or fuel or anything like that. I'm just going to put a spark onto the cotton wool, get it going. I've got some fine twigs there, and I've got some bigger twigs just over there. And that's exactly how I'm going to do it. It's not magic, it's not witchcraft. I'm not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. Anybody who knows my channel knows what I'm about and knows I'm not gonna BS you, basically. Right guys, so I'm gonna continue with the thin stuff and the rest of the fire lighting. But I just wanted to bring you back and quickly show you that and show you that I'm not trying to pull one over on the internet. I am doing it like I say I do it. Not that it matters, I suppose. I could use a lighter. Your fire steel and your bow drills and all that is just for extreme circumstances at the end of the day. And this isn't an extreme circumstance, but it's good to practice these skills at the end of the day, which is exactly why we're out here doing these things, just to practice, and we enjoy it. Yeah, but little twigs are going on now. They are going to be a little bit damp, so they're going to smoke a little bit, give away our 20, which is not important because it's bloody cold. But again, I've just put loads of little thin sticks down underneath because the existing charcoal is damp. So I just made a bed of dry stuff basically, and I'm going to put the thin stuff on top and just get the fire going. Here you go, here's a big pile going on now. And once that takes, I get the thicker stuff on that's just there. And then that's the really big stuff that Sean has just gifted us, which is very good of him. Right everybody, I've just finished my little live session. I really do apologise if it came out really rubbish. I'm sure it has done because I kept losing connection as well. Basically you'll see on this video we're in a valley. We're just winding down for the night. What time is it, mate? Is it about...
8:30.
It's just 8:30 now, so it's half an hour since the live basically started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook some food. I don't know whether to put it in this video or make a little separate video, but basically I've got an army rations pack and I've taken the main meal out, and it's steak, vegetables and potato. So like a steak stew or a beef stew basically. But I've been and bought one of these Wayfarer packs as well. £4.50 just for that. And this is steak and vegetables. And I've read on the ingredients on the back. There's a lot of bad things in there. I wouldn't normally eat one of these, but in this situation, obviously, it's fine. Yeah, it's got potatoes and veg in it, basically. Got a few E numbers, obviously, to keep it preserved and stuff in the packet, because the date on it's... Well, these things usually don't go out of date, to be honest. But I was thinking of getting them both made. A, because I'm greedy. But B, just to have a comparison, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be the same thing. Just this one's in pretty packaging and this one's in no brand packaging because it's out of a ration pack. So yeah, I might crack on and make that video and just have it a separate video. So if you're interested to watch that, it'll be coming out a couple of days after this video, I imagine, or 3 or 4 days. I usually bring the main video out towards the end of the week, sort of a Friday, and then I usually give you a little teaser sort of Tuesday, Wednesday time of little videos like this. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll just get them both boiled up, and I'll give you my honest opinion and see if this one, cause you can pick up ration packs like the full box, the 24-hour ration packs, for around a tenner. I've seen them as low as £7.50 and I've seen them as much as £12.50, but it's usually around a tenner at a price you'll pay for a full 24-hour ration pack. So £4.50 for just one meal just seems a little bit steep. But if that's all you got, that's all you got. But let's see how it compares to the proper army MRE. We're going to do a bit of filming for Leon's channel. Now, if you're not already on Leon's channel, pop along to Do It Noel's Way. I'll put a little annotation on the screen, and I'll link his channel in the description. So all you have to do is click on it. And he's quickly approaching 1,000 subs. Now, he can't activate a lot of YouTube's bonus features. I'm going to call them bonus features, though they're not that bona fide. He's trying to get to 1,000 subs so he can unlock stuff like live streaming. You can't unlock live streaming on your mobile phone until you reach 1,000 subs. So whether you watch his stuff or whether you're interested in his stuff or not, it doesn't really matter. It'd just be forever grateful if you would just pop along and just subscribe to his channel. He's got his full light rig all there ready to go. It's probably glaring in my camera, and we're gonna go and do what we do for Leon's channel. Thank you very much. We're just gonna go and do a little bit of filming up in the thick pine forest just up there, and yeah, you'll be able to see exactly what we film over on his channel. Right, everybody, I'm in the bivvy bag getting ready for bed now. It's past midnight, it's 1/4 midnight. Remnants of the fire just over there in the background, you can just see glistening in the darkness. I've got a light above there, and I've got this light just to light up my face so you can all see me as I'm bidding you all farewell. You all have a good night, stay safe, and with any luck, I'll see you all in the morning. Good night, folks. Good morning, everybody. Sleep wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I was lovely and warm, which is good. But I've explained this before. When you're in new surroundings, new woodlands, your senses heighten. You're sleeping very light, listening for sounds and stuff. So I was disturbed quite a few times. So it was a very broken night's sleep. In fact, it's quite late in the morning. We've had a bit of a lie-in due to the weather. Rainstorm was rolled in quite early on this morning, and it's been non-stop. So yeah, we've just been lying in waiting for it to blow over. Now, we were going to stay and film a little bit more today. I had another couple of videos planned, but due to the rain, I'm going to call them and I'm going to film them closer to home, maybe in a local woodland or the barn or something. Just a bit of a first look at some gear. I'd like to touch on a few things I'd do better next time, because it hasn't been the perfect camp. I'd bring a bigger tarp. Although the basher is very... what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of uses to it, basically. You can use it as a hammock, you can use it as a stretcher. Yeah, it's got a lot of uses. The thing that lets the basher down, in my eyes, is it's just a little bit too small. I'd have positioned it a little bit lower. And I'd have had a lean-to on one end and a flat roof on the other. Unfortunately, it's too small to do that. I'd be right on the floor, and it's not my... I'd have it really low, and basically I like to be stood up when I'm getting dressed and undressed, and storing my gear under it. I don't want to be putting my gear down lying down on a wet floor. So I'd bring a bigger basher. I'd definitely bring a saw. I didn't bring a saw because we weren't going to have a fire. We had no idea where we were camping, the location, the specifics. With this being in a valley, we have actually got away with having a little fire, as you saw last night. If we were out in the open woodland, we wouldn't have had a fire. We should have been able to see it. but there's slopes and banks on both sides. That side there's nothing for 10 miles, it's the moors, and that side is thick woodland for about a mile. So you'd really have to be looking for us to stumble across us in this location. So yeah, not having a saw has let us down a little bit, because we couldn't find our own wood. I have got a large knife, which you saw in the gear unpacking yesterday, but it's just not as easy as a saw. You know, you can't cut 5-inch thick lot. Well, you could, but you'd be there all night, whereas with a saw it takes seconds. Anyway guys, listen, I'm gonna stop rabbiting on because I am going on a bit. I'm gonna put the camera down for now, and I'll bring you back in a little while to sign off. But yeah, basically I think the rain stopped, so we're gonna get up, get a coffee, which you've probably seen my water's boiling just behind me, and yeah, get packing down. So everybody, my bedroom's a little bit of a mess, but that's where I slept last night. Sleeping bag, I've only put the foam mat underneath the bivvy, and I've put my Thermarest self-inflating mat inside, and that was enough. The other mat wasn't used, and it's just in here somewhere. I threw it in here just before, there it is. This one was not used. Neither did I use my my sleeping bag liner. I was ample warm enough. Now let me show you a little bit of where we are. I'm sure I did it yesterday, but I'll do it again just so you're clear why the live didn't work. Right, so just here, we're in a valley. The end of the woodland is just there, where you can see that little slatted bit on the ground in the river just there. On the other side, obviously this is more or less a sheer drop, 45 degree or something, goes straight up. Something up over there, somebody's tried building a super shelter or something, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it goes straight up. And again, on this side you're not going to get the benefits of the camera basically flattens everything out, so you can't see anything, but it goes up again. So we're in a little bit of a V-valley just here. A V-valley, is that even a thing? But let me take you walking and we'll go for a bit of a climb, and I can show you what's up here, and I can show you it from above. Because as I say, the camera does flatten everything out, it makes it look not as steep as it actually is. But as you can see, I'm rising up now. Camp's getting smaller in the background. And it's a fairly steep angle, this. There you go. And obviously you've got these monstrous trees hanging over the top of you. And just over this side, it looks really dark in here, doesn't it? Camera will compensate. Is the end of the woodland. Can you see the fence posts just there? Shall I get a little bit closer? So, you've got the fence posts just here, and you've got the fence, and that's the end of the woodland. And that's about 10 miles. 10 miles of just moorland. It's yeah. But if you look at the woods, it goes up, and it goes around, and it just keeps going. It's quite a big woodland. And where we've parked probably a mile to the road in that direction. It's got to be 3/4 of a mile. It's a yomp in, let's just put it that way. So carrying our gear was a right pain in the arse. But if I spin you around again and show you where camp is from here, can you see it just there above my finger? So that's why we had a fire. You'd totally have to be looking for us to find us. There's nobody for 10 miles that way. You'd have to be up above us to see us from over there, and you'd have to be up above us on this side to see us as well. Now you could argue the fact, oh, but fires give off light, blah blah blah. Yeah, have you seen all the trees around here? Have you seen all the trees? And who can see 10 miles that way? So yeah, it'd have to be something over the top. It'd have to be a police helicopter or something, or someone from over the top of us to be able to see us. But we took the risk, and it paid off. We were warm. It was good. It was a good night. I will tell you it's in Bolton, or just outside Bolton. When you get outside of the woods onto the road, you can see Manchester. You can see all the skyline of Manchester. Sorry, this is a bit precarious trying to do this on camera. And it's near Rivington. Anybody who knows the area, near Rivington. So yeah, it's not hard to find. We're not sure who owns the woods. We assume it's old forest, old abandoned forestry commission, because if you look at a lot of the trees, they're old. They're proper old, and a lot of them are dying. There's so many downed trees in the actual wood. It's probably not advisable to camp in here when it's really windy, because these buggers are ready for coming down. But it was dead still last night, so we're absolutely fine, obviously. All right, everybody, all packed down, and I will give you a quick walk round. This is where I was just here. From that tree, spinning you around dead quick to that tree, and this is where Leon was just here. Left, no trace whatsoever. Rocks as they were. That's our bin, that's our rubbish just there. That is coming with us, we're not leaving it there like the dickheads who have used the woods before now. The fire pit, we're not too sure who's built it. Obviously it might be the landowners, it might be some people that frequent here. So we're not going to clear away the fire pit, but we did not build it. I just want to be crystal clear about that. If we had built it, we'd be covering it up. The tarp that we found when we got here, we've simply put it as we found it. Big rock on it, on the rocks, just in case somebody wants to come back and use it. It's theirs, it's not ours at the end of the day, so we're not going to steal it. But thank you if you're watching this video for letting us use your tarp, even though you didn't know. But yeah, that is it. All clear. Obviously, bin bag's coming with us. Our gear's just going to get on our backs now. Bye-bye, campsite. You've been absolutely amazing. Well, I call it a campsite, but it's not. And here's our rubbish. Just for any non-believers out there, I do like to cover my tracks on this channel. I really do. But yeah, starting the ascent, getting out of the woods. Poor Leon. Let me pan round and show you how much gear he's carrying. I mean, the skit at the beginning of the video was me taking the piss a little bit, but Jesus wept. Check this out. We're going lightweight camping, Leon. All right. Can I bring couch?
My gear and the weight of all this lot is 18 stone.
And he only weighs 6. Right, guys, we'll pick you up in about half an hour for us, but a few seconds for you. As I say, we'll just head back to the vehicle, show you the loadout inside the vehicle, so you know I've not dumped this on the way. And yeah, start our journey home. So we'll see you soon, folks. Right, everybody, we made it back to the vehicle alive. A few cars parked around here, so they're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing, but it doesn't matter. Back of the vehicle, there's our bin bag just there underneath that towel that I've just used to dry my camera, and all the kit we carried in and out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for staying to the end if you have, and please consider liking, subscribing and all that other good stuff. All the links to my social media, videos I've mentioned in this video will be in the description below. If you'd be so kind, if you have enjoyed it, to share it on social media group or somewhere where I can try and get a few more subscribers. I'll be forever in your debt. Trying to hit that 5,000 mark where we're going to, well, I'm well off it. I know I'm well off it at the moment, but I'm trying to work towards it so we can do a big giveaway. I've got quite a lot of gear accumulating at my house now that I'm going to have to give away at some point. So yeah, let's push the channel to new heights. All right, guys, you all take care, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon.